Good evening, guys. So you may be thinking, what the hell is going on? Does not look like Libya or the north of Africa. Well, gentlemen, I have to say it, I am a virgin when it comes to the anything else that doesn't follow the North African rules. But this time I'm gonna flip the tortilla a little bit and I'm gonna play my first battle, my first Eastern Front battle. And look, I really think this is gonna be a very cool one. In general, just some quick comments here. Once again, like in the last battle report, I'm gonna be using the army lists produced by Bali Gaming. It's a YouTube channel. Check it out. I believe I'm using the list number 1 for the Iron Cross book and list number 1 for the enemies at the gate or something like that of that very YouTube channel. Again, thank you very much for your work, man. And I'm gonna show you quickly what's going on. We are gonna play Valley of Dead. This one here that I've never played. We have chosen it randomly, and we're gonna have the attackers here, and the attackers are the Russians, and then we have like a forest here, and we have the defenders will deploy. Sorry guys, will be deploying there and here. Lady Boss is there reading something, and yeah, we have a nice road that can bring to the Russians very quickly. Actually, right in the where the objective area is. That's scary. When it comes to the army lists, here we have Panther 4 formation, HQ, 2 platoons of 4 Panther 4s, long barrel, and 4 Panther 2s. Well, yeah, small light tanks for coming from the desert. I don't have the ones. I mean, the ones I have are the only. Are painted in the North African style, but that's okay. And then some Panzer Grenadiers and 88. And as you can see, this is also a proxy because this 88 is operated by Italians, but that's okay. And of course, the base is not exactly the base that it's a little bit bigger than the official one, but it's okay. And then for the Russians, we have a mixed formation. We have I don't know all the names, guys, but these are KB1s, these are T60s, and no, sorry, these are what are you, Scooby-Doo? No, those are T34 early, T60s 10 and 4 KVs, and then we have some and then we have in the same formation, though they don't call it formation, they call it battalion or something like that in the Russian book. We have a Hero SMG company with 6 mortars. These are 82mm mortars. The Hero company's got a Commissar. And then in support, we have 3 BAs 10s. I don't have BA 10s here in Fiji, I have them in Spain. But yeah, so we are using some proxies. We're using those 3 Daimlers and a Hero, no, what's your name, Scooby-Doo? And a Hero rifle company with a heavy machine gun and a Commissar. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do the deployment and come back to you guys. See you in a bit. Okay, very quickly, these are the 2 targets for the Russians. This one here and this one here, okay? This is the deployment area. It would have been nicer to target perhaps the train station, but it's okay because it's nearby. And in the very end, what you want is to deploy some infantry here because they would be contesting. And same thing for this one here. Okay. All right, so deployment. And I'm gonna start with the defenders. 60% of the army. What are we bringing? We're bringing the Panther 4s long barrel. And by the way, I'm extremely sorry because when I was introducing you guys the German army list, I made a mistake. They have 2 platoons with 4 Panthers each. These are the long barrels and these ones are short barrels. Okay, so that's that. So as you can see, we have these guys here, kind of covered by these crops. These guys here, right behind this forest. Then we have the spearhead unit, the light tanks, that allowed the Germans to place some troops. So I mean the infantry here and inside this building. I am not placing anybody here because the Russians place their ranging marker here. Okay, and of course I also remember you guys that that's one of the objectives, and the second objective is there. There's a corridor that nobody's kind of using here. Of course, the German reinforcements can pop from here or this side of the table. And at the moment, this is how the defense is looking like, and you can see here the Russian column. I don't really know what I'm doing since it's the first time that I'm playing with these dudes, but let me explain you a bit what's going on. Now, we have the spearhead unit of the Russians here, the BA-10, or the proxy. And basically, this has allowed the Russians to start the deployment a little bit beyond the red marker here, okay? Remember that you cannot be closer than 40 centimeters from the deployment area of your opponent and stuff like that. But basically, they are is good. This is spearhead movement because they are gaining a few centimeters that definitely will allow them to make the most out of the deployment and try to rush as much as they can all the way to the objectives. Now, the deployment looks like this, and this is the ranging marker of the Panzer Force short barrel because they have artillery, and yeah, they're gonna have the chance. Well, they won't have the chance because by that time these tanks are gonna be gone because the defenders playing the first. I mean, the attackers is got the first turn, and yeah, basically it's covering a bit of here and there. With an 80 of 2, the Panzer IV artillery could potentially do something, but yeah, again, these guys are gonna be gone by the time that the artillery fires. And basically the idea is to run this road as fast as possible, get into position and try and face these guys here and those guys there. You will see that the way that I have placed the tanks, we have the KVs one right at the back here, then we have the T-34 here and here, that's the leader, everybody's in command, and finally we have the T-60s here in this side of the table, and basically the T-60s and the T-34s, well, pretty much all the tanks are gonna move as fast as possible again and try to get closer to the enemy and try to hit them. Depending on how they land in the first movement, we could potentially use these are the mortars. We could potentially create some sort of a smoke barrage somewhere here just to cover the advance of the tanks from the Panzer IV's long barrel, and then finally we have this infantry platoon and this infantry platoon that will advance through the crops and potentially through the forest until they reach the German line. And I guess that's pretty much it. Let's go now with Russian movement, turn 1. Okay, so here they are, guys. I mean, advancing as fast as possible. These guys managed to do a follow me order, and these guys failed. so I didn't move these ones. Both infantry teams are moving towards the objective as fast as possible, together with the tanks that again took advantage of the spearhead of the BA-10s, and basically the idea is having some sort of barrier produced by the T-60s just to cover the T-34 early and the KV-1s from the shooting of the Panther IV's long barrel. And yeah, it's kind of looking scary for the Germans. Let's go to German movement and shooting. So, the Germans, this unit did some shooting, managed to destroy 3 T-60s. Hey, these guys are reckless, 2+, huh? Interesting. And bail out 1. And then they did a shoot and scoot, so they are 10 centimeters back. I just like to mark the units that each tank destroyed is okay. And then these guys, well, they tried to move across the. I wanted to put this at the edge of the forest, and well, they have a cross check of 3+. 3 of them made it. They put 2 hits here in these 2 tanks, but yeah, these guys, they roll a 5 and a 6 on the armor save, so nothing happened to them. Extremely interesting. And then for the rest of the movement, the light tanks got a little bit of cover, and I moved 3 of the infantry units here inside this building, even though it's been this can be bombarded by the 82mm mortars of the Russian army. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it at the moment. Let's go to Russian turn 2. Alright, so this infantry team kept moving. Oh, let me do a follow me order. Oh, they did not pass it. No, they need a 4. Okay, this infantry team moved towards the edge of the forest, ready to charge or to assault. And these 4 T-34s moved here. These 4 tanks remained stationary. These 2 moved as well. And in total, we have... Oh, and these tanks, we're going to move them here, since this guy is not going to shoot the Panther Force because it doesn't have sign. So how many shots do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 shots to those 3 Panther IVs. And by the way, the T-60s kept moving and creating this barrier for the T-34s and the KVs from these dudes. And basically what these guys are gonna do, they are gonna use their machine guns or maybe their cannons to eliminate a few infantry units from this objective. So that's pretty much it. That's the movement. Let's do the shooting. As I told you guys, we have 11 T-34 shots, 76 millimeters, that will need 6s because the T-34 is an overloaded tank, and on top of that, the Germans are concealed. So 11 die, looking for 6s. Because this is okay, just 1. This rolling was really important, and yeah, it hasn't been very successful so far. Let's do the armor save. It's 5. So yeah, that's pretty much it, because the front armor of the Panther IV is 5 as well. So yeah, nothing happened. Unbelievable. Boy, that hurts. And then with the T-60s, maybe we can go... I was thinking on maybe... Let me just double check what would be the best way to try to eliminate some infantry units from the train station. 1 second. It's going to be machine guns. 7 T-60s with a rate of fire of 3, with their machine guns to the train station. That's 21 die. looking for fives because these dudes are now concealed. So let's make it happen. I have the die here, so I'm gonna do it in two. So looking for fives. Oh, I can see a few. That's three. Okay, cool. And then we have die here. Tapin, 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 tapin. Okay. Infantry unit safe. Rolls, 3 pluses. Oh, interesting. And now the Russians are looking for sixes. Oh! The 3 of them are destroyed. All right. That was lucky. So the only guy that is contesting right now is this guy here. So this could be a definitely, oh my goodness, this is bad. Because there are more than 10 centimeters from this house to this objective here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll come back. Let's do the German turn 2. Forgot to mention that these guys did not assault and that the 81mm mortars tried to create a smoke barrage here, but they failed miserably. They didn't range in, which is scary now. Okay, so what happened with the Germans? First, these guys failed their blitz. Horrible. But still, they managed to kill 3 T-60s. Because, these dudes are very good. Compared to the T-60s, come on, man. They're hit on 2 plus. So, yeah, but anyway, even though I must say the rolling of the Panther force of this unit was really good. Then these Panther 2s here, they destroyed 4 T-34s and Bale 2. Big Russian drama here. And that was pretty much for the shooting. And oh, by the way, I moved 3 units of infantry here, and the last infantry unit is inside this building contesting the objective level. Okay, so that was pretty much it. So Russian movement, the infantry unit keeps progressing towards the objective. All the scout vehicles and the T-60s are gonna again shoot at the 3 new units of infantry that are inside the building. And the T-34s moved, some of them, to aim to this guy here. And now the KVs are gonna shoot from there. Now they have visibility. There's a corridor. And yeah, they'll try to destroy as if they succeed. There is a huge chance for the Russians to win this game, because if they really destroy like a number of Panther 4s, I really feel that there's no much the Germans will do, because even if they get some reinforcements, they have Panther 2s, 2 Panther 4s, and the 88. So yeah. Well, let's have a look at the shooting. So all the light tanks put some shooting here. They did pin down the infantry units, but unfortunately they failed to kill any. And but they almost did. They end up in the final rolling, the firepower rolling with 4 die, but they didn't manage to get any 6. Then here, very poor performance from the T-34s, I must say. They didn't manage to, not even to bail 1 tank, and the KVs destroyed that tank over there. These guys assault. They lost 2 units in the assault, and but unfortunately, and they tried to hit the Panther Force, but yeah, they couldn't pass the content. What's the name of the thing? The after assault test. The how you call it? The ah. Well, you know, the last test in order for you to decide if you keep fighting or not. Sorry, guys. And what I was thinking, I'm gonna finish the turn maybe with a smoke barrage here. Let's do it now together. These guys need 5s. Oh, there you go. Set. No reserves for the Germans in turn 3. This Panther 4 unit decided to move forward and try to put some shooting at the rear of these tanks and probably kill something else, maybe these guys or these guys. This tank failed its cross check, so it's stuck there in the boots. Try to put some shooting here in this guy. These two managed to have some I mean, that guy there is got a clear shot on this one here, but this guy not, so this guy is concealed. And yeah. Oh, and the light vehicles moved here and here now, contesting. This guy is contesting this objective. So very simple. The Germans managed to destroy two T-34s. This one here and this one here. And that was it for the German shooting. Let's go to Russians turn 4. So the Russians are gonna focus on this objective here. In fact, they are contesting now. We have 1, 2, 3 T-34s, the remaining 3 T-34s aiming to these two guys. We have the KVs aiming towards this guy here. The infantry moved there. These guys remain where they were. These guys moved here to put some shooting on the side of this Panther 4, and these guys moved here to shoot at the building and also to create some sort of barrier for these guys, for stopping these guys not to shoot at the KVs and or the T-34s, though these guys are kind of concealed with destroyed T-60s. So let's have a look at how the shooting goes. Fantastic news for the Russians. The KVs managed to destroy that tank over there. This guy here won Order of Lenin, destroying one Panther 4. That one remains. Is the only one of the unit that's still operational. And these guys here managed to bail out this guy. So difficult times for the Germans. Let's see what they can do. Very quickly, let's go to turn number 4 for the Germans. So they have a bailout unit. Let's see if they can remount this. No. And then we have to die for reserves. They get 1. Okay, I'll be back. Right. This guy remains bailed. These two tanks are now out of command. These two Panther 4s moved here to put some shooting on the T-34s. And surprise, surprise, they roll a 3. And with a 3, the reserves comes from this end, from this edge. And they move tactical. And now they're going to put some shooting there. And yeah, it's going to be tricky. I guess the KVs have now the biggest responsibility of all. It would be interesting to know how the shooting of the Germans is going to end up. Wonder if they're going to be able to destroy those 3 34s, and if the infantry unit is going to be able to charge the house. That would be really good for the Russians. Fantastic shooting from the Germans. These guys managed to kill 1 tank each, so these 2 got destroyed. This tank destroyed this one, so there was no need for these 2. So they ended up, one of them is 15 centimeters away from this guy here, so for a couple of units of infantry, and managed to kill 1 infantry unit. So really nice shooting phase. This guy didn't do anything, and the light tanks didn't manage to hit. That's pretty much it. Let's go to Russian turn 5, and yeah, this was an extremely devastating turn for the Russians. I think I'm gonna move the KBs here, try to destroy that KB, and assault with the infantry here, because as you can see right now, this tank is contesting. There is an infantry guy contesting here, and maybe, I mean, there is a chance. There's definitely there's a chance for the Russians. And for this objective, you have this guy contesting and 3 infantry teams contesting. That guy is out of command, so I won't consider that tank as a contesting one. All right, I'll be back. I changed the plan. We're gonna focus on this objective here. The KBs moved here. They have to destroy that guy. These guys have to do a follow me order in order to properly charge the house. These dudes have to also assist the KBs to kill this guy here, and the T-60s have to destroy this guy here. Oh no, not really, because this guy is out of command. So the only thing that is stopping, oh, and this guy is also out of command. So the only thing that is stopping the Russians to win are the 3 dudes inside this house. If they manage to destroy them, they'll make it happen. So let's see how it goes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll the dice with you guys. Yeah, give me a sec. So everybody's gonna be firing to the train station. We have the T-60s, machine guns. We're gonna fire with the machine guns of the KBs. We're gonna be firing with these guys here too, with another 12 die, and with these guys too, who happen to have a flamethrower. However, before I do anything, I'm gonna do a follow me order. Otherwise, only 2 teams will be able to charge the house. So let's see what happens. 4. I think I'm always get confused. I don't know if these guys are the no, but anyway, they need a 5. Yeah, they need a 5, so they are gonna be there. Let's place this dude here, 10 centimeters, and that's it. Okay, so let's start with the shooting, and I'm gonna roll first the T-60s. So those are 4 tanks with a rate of fire of 3, looking for 6s. Just 1 second. Okay, looking for 6s. All right, we have 3. Okay, so 3 hits, and now we need 3 blasters here, 1 potential, and we need a 6 from the Russians to kill, and it doesn't happen. Okay, now we move to the maybe these guys here, the VA-10s with a rate of fire of 4. So 12 die, looking for 6s. Cool, I can see some. 1 and 2. So 3 plus for the Germans, 1 potential. Looking for 6s here. Nope. Ooh, this is looking bad. And then we have the KBs. Should I fire with the yeah, maybe we can put 4 shots looking for 6s. Nah, it's okay, let's do it this way. All right, looking for 6s. I can see 3. 1, 2, 3. Safe rolls for the Germans. Yeah, so nothing happened. Oh my gosh, that's bad. That's really bad. I mean, and these guys can only charge with 2 dudes. but they failed to follow me. Let me check if they can still charge, even though they failed to follow me earlier. All right, so 3 teams are charging, and we have defensive fire from the guys in front of the house, this tank here, and this guy here. This guy cannot see, and this guy here cannot see. So, just let's roll the die here. Looking for 3s. Oh my gosh, extremely painful. Okay, so these guys are gonna get out of there, definitely. And they are gonna need a number of saves. They do, okay, so 2 teams destroyed. Let's get this one, and this one, and this guy comes back. Okay, that was painful. So let's go to Yerman turn. I think it's number 5. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be painful. Oh, some reserves for the Germans. 4 Panther 2s. 2 of them can fire those guys, but those guys are gone to ground, so unconcealed. So I don't think they're gonna do much. Those, the HQ move forward, they'll put 2 shots on the KBs. These guys are concealed now, and they are short range, by the way. These 2 tanks that were kind of here, now they moved here. They'll put another 2 shots here, conceal as well. 2 shots coming from this guy, and 2 shots coming from this guy, clean. So let's do that, because there's nothing else. Yeah, because the light tanks are gonna fire to this guy here, and this guy here can fire to the side of any of these tanks. So let's start with the HQ. Now, I noticed that the KB ones are also reckless, my goodness, in a 2+. So it's gonna be a 3+, 2 shots. So let's do this now. There you go, 2 shots, 3+. And then armor save. This is okay, 3 is not good enough. So firepower for the Germans. Okay, destroyed. So 1 KB destroyed. Oh, sorry. Now let's do this one here now. Those 2 shots coming from the other guys. They both hit. Armor check, 5 and 2. This is a front armor of 6 plus 5. This guy is with a 5 here, good, but 2 is not enough, so we need another firepower here. 3+, destroyed. So another tank destroyed. Oh my gosh. And then the 2 shots coming from this guy and this guy looking for 2s. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have 3 penetrations. Let's put 2 in one tank and 1 in the other. Destroyed and destroyed. So the KVs are gone. Wow, that was crazy. And then this guy is gonna shoot twice to those guys over there, looking for 3s. 1 hit on the rear, armor safe, penetration, and hold on. This is firepower of 5. 3, so we have 1 bale. Bale unit here. That guy over there. 2 shots and nothing. And this guy here, 2 shots. Okay, 2 5s, that's cool. Anti-tank of 5. 2 hits, so 2 potential bales, and firepower 5+. Okay, so 1 destroyed, 1 bale. So the destroyed one is gonna be the second one, and the bale one is gonna be... No. The bail one is gonna be. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, so this one is bailed and this one is destroyed. So we have a bailed and destroyed, and wow. And of course the guys inside the building are gonna remain put, and then the Panther 2s are gonna put some shooting on the infantry unit. They're gonna need a lot. They're gonna need 6s with 6 die, but still it's doable. So okay, 2 hits, and then the Russians need 2 saves, 1 potential, looking for 6s here, firepower. Oh, 1 destroyed. Oh my goodness, the Germans had the rolling. This is amazing. Okay, so let me check it out and come back to you guys. Okay, so after the last turn, boy, there's no much to do for the Russians, but I'm gonna give these guys just one more chance. It's almost impossible, and this is how it's gonna work. These guys are gonna charge these guys here. They are contesting the objective. There is 1 infantry unit here contesting the objective. These guys are gonna the BA-10s are gonna put some shooting here. These guys are gonna shoot at these guys from the side, and this guy here is out of command, but he's gonna put a hit here. So let's see how it goes. I'll come back to you, because if nothing happens, then it will be almost game for the Germans. So yeah, it didn't happen. They didn't kill any tank. The infantry assault couldn't make it. These guys destroyed with defensive fire 3 teams, and these tanks also couldn't manage to kill anybody inside the house or one of the 2 tanks. So that was pretty much it. I love the game, very interesting. I've never played with such an army that is hit on 2s, and even though it's been a completely different story, I like it a lot. Now, just a few things, because I don't want to just miss the opportunity. I kind of like the T-34s early, because they are cheap. They have a front armor of 6, not a front armor of 5, which I like, and hey, an 80 of 9 with a firepower of 3 is really cool. Well, I mean, of course, with a hit on 2+ is bad, especially when the Germans have a fantastic rolling die day. I mean, it's just crazy. But in general, I really enjoyed it a lot. I think that this first encounter is gonna allow me to explore better and farther the Russian army, and the infantry is kind of weak. You can hit them easily, and they are kind of okay in the assault, the Russian infantry, but yeah, it's a very interesting. It's a completely different game. I mean, this is not North Africa anymore. It's a completely different game. You need to change your strategy a bit, and definitely. I really thought that the Russians had a fantastic opportunity to make it today, because they had a road that was gonna take them all the way to the station, and no ambush coming from the Germans. And still I thought, well, I'm gonna advance, the Russians will assume their losses, and then they'll hit. But that hit came really, I mean, it wasn't like a proper push, and it came late. So and the Germans really rolled fantastic die. So in general, well, that was my first experience with the Russians, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Take care.